Hello YouTube, it's Carlos the Rook, and I'm just going to play some rapid chess. I figure I'll play a good few games, get some games in, see if I can bounce up a little bit on my rating. I didn't have a tournament this weekend. I did good in the tournament last weekend. I got a draw against a 2138 in round 3. I beat a 1900, and then in round 1 I lost to a 2000 player. So it's a pretty good result. So I'm just going to get a few games in, see if I can get my rating back up. It's at 1894. I'm trying to get back to 2000 using strategy and principles. Here we go. Let's get it. See if we can get a game. 1510 is preferred format so we can talk. 1510 is preferred format. So let's see what's happening. Are we going to be able to get a game, or are we going to have to switch to a different format? We shall see. It's hard to get a game at 1510. Sometimes we had to go just 10-0 with no increment to get a game. I'm going to give it a few more seconds. All right, there we go. We got a game. Against a 1971. All right, let's get it. E4. We're going to go C5, going to Sicilian. Knight F3, D6. He's going into Maroxy bind here. So let's just go E5, closing that out. So he goes there. Knight F6, push the pawn. He may wants to go Bishop G5 maybe. If he do, it's no big deal. Knight C6. All right, developed by bishops. We're going to castle king side. I want bishop on e6 maybe, but h6 first to stop the knight from coming into g5 and harassing the bishop. Okay, logical. He castles. Bishop e6 was our idea. Now maybe a6. Okay, he's going to try and push b4 and get a break. Do we need to break as well? b4, you take, I take. Do I need to go here? It's a5. Necessary. Is a5 necessary? Push. That stops you from pushing. I can't remember. I had this similar position. I can't remember what the coach said. All right, somebody want me to play me in the chat. I'll let them know. I'll send a challenge after this game. All right, a5. a5. It stops what he want to do, but it also creates weaknesses on b5. So if I go rook b here, he goes a5. I go, no, I can't go there because he get there before me. So I gotta go, I'm gonna go a5. Alright, so at some point, okay, I figured he's gonna take the hold I left on b5. That's okay. Uh, you push, I take, you take. I don't like that. We good there. Here, here, d7, here, here, here. Don't work. Here, f5. Knight e8, f5. Yeah. So what's the difference between knight e8 and knight d7? At least knight d7 I can protect this if I need to. Okay, we're gonna go knight e8 because we can always bring the knight to c7 to trade off this pesky knight on b5 if need be. So that's the difference between knight e8 and knight d7. Okay, and we want an f5 here, f5, f4. Let's push. And then we have ideas. Our pieces are lined up on the king side. We have ideas. At some point, if he lets me, I am going to go knight d4 at some point. Not right now, but at some point, that is an idea. The minute I don't like that knight on b5, I have knight c7. And the knight either has to trade or retreat. But right now, the knight is just staring at the d6 pawn, which is triple protected. Whoa! He goes b4 anyway. Take, 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 take. All right, pawn takes, pawn takes, pawn takes, bishop takes, knight takes, rook takes. Meh. So hold on. You take, I take back. So go here and let him take. So let's just push b6 and let him take. So if I take b6 to let him take, whichever way he take, I take back. Here, here, that holds. But if I would take there, because you got 1, 2, 3 pieces on there. I got 1, 2, 3. Take, 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 take. And then I got a huge gap. This pawn becomes isolated and weak. But when you take, I can take, you can take. No, this knight is here, so you can't take. But I can take. No, that's going to be gone. Take, 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 take. And then drop here. No, no, I don't like it. We're just going to go b6. Just b6. I'm not really sure if b4 was a good move or not, and if I should have took or not. I'm just really unsure. But I know this here gives me symmetry, and my pawn is further advanced. And if he is to push a4, then I'm going knight b4. My knight will have an outpost. Hmm. Look at that queen coming in. Dare I say, dare I say. Okay, just bishop d7. Let's put a discovery on that queen. She want to come right there in the line of fire. Let's put a discovery on her. Okay, he's gonna double up the rooks. Now he's trying to get the rooks in here. So he's trying to really get some action going. All right, let's go knight e4 now. Let's go knight e4 now. Let's do this. That knight pinned. So this knight is pinned. Which pawn? This way? Yeah, I want this way. Secure that. So this pawn. We're going to take with the e pawn because we don't want the c pawn to be able to have no mobility. So we're taking this way. And now knight c7. That knight is pinned. So he's saying that he has the b file. He's doubling up rooks on the b file. All right. Shoot. Oh, that bishop can't take without losing. All right, all right. This is about to get complicated because we got all type of stuff. If I take the knight, you can take my queen, but I take your queen. You can take my bishop, so no. So I take the knight with the bishop. Why would I give up my bishop like that? So if I take the knight with the bishop, you take back with the rook. I can take you. Hmm. So I take the knight with the bishop. Take, take, and if I take, you take my queen, I take your queen, then you get my bishop. So that loses. So take with the bishop. Just take this. And if I move my queen to c8, you're just gonna take with the bishop. No, you can't because I get the queen. You take with the knight, I get the queen. So he got a pawn. That was nice. He got a pawn out of me. This guy playing chess. He playing chess, y'all. So the bishop pent, the knight pent. How did he get out of here without losing? Woo! That is how. That is how. So I take the bishop. He's going to take this knight. So let's take this knight first. Let's take the knight first. He's going to take me. I take the bishop, he take the knight. Come back with the bishop, the knight is pent. All right, let's go. Let's go. Is my calculation calculating or am I cooked? I think I might be cooked this game. This guy is like 80 points higher than me. So he might have me. He might just have me. So I'm thinking he's gonna take this knight with his knight. I'm gonna swing my bishop back to d7, hitting the queen. The queen runs, I take the bishop. If the knight comes back, I'm going with my queen to a6 and pinning that bishop. And how he protect that bishop. How or how? He stole a pawn. The guy is a thieving pawn stealer, and he stole the pawn. Now he got us under pressure. He got a pass pawn on the queen side. He got us under pressure, but he got some pinned pieces. He needs to untangle his pieces in order to hit his advantage. The f5 break we wanted never came because this guy jumped all over us. He laid hands on us, and we wasn't able to get our f5 break in, but that's okay. It's tactics all over the board. And the thing when it's tactics all over the board like this is you got to pay attention. You can't miscalculate. Okay, knight. We going here, hitting the queen, asking the queen what she gonna do. Scooby Dooby Doo, where are you? Queen, what you gonna do? All right, knight goes back, and this is my idea. Queen here, now that bishop's pent. How you get out of there? How do you get out of there? How did he get out of this one? I don't see it, but that don't mean it ain't a way out. Because there's a lot of stuff Stockfish see that I don't see. Stockfish rules when it comes to chess. I was going over a position earlier today with my coach, and I just couldn't believe it. It's just crazy what Stockfish wanted me to do in the game. All right, he's thinking, he's thinking. He has a 2 minute time advantage on us. So that's another thing. I flags a lot in these rapid time controls. I think I'll lose over 60% of my games on time because I just flag. I either flag on loss of time or I get down to 2, 3 minutes and blunder trying to move too fast because I'm in time pressure. So that's how I lose majority of my games. So you got to move faster. But the thing about it is when I start moving faster and rapid or when I play blitz, then my classic will fall off. So it's hard for me to do both, to categorize or compartmentalize the two different forms of chess. All right, so he's trying to find a way out. Knight c7 doesn't work because I just take the queen, he take my queen, I take the knight, bishop got to run, I get a pawn, so that drops a piece and a pawn. You gotta make sure if knight c7 does come, you don't take the bishop, because then the queen takes this bishop, and you take that bishop, he gets this bishop, so you come out even. So the key is to take the queen. All right, time's about even. He got a 30-second advantage, so we're really making him think here. I'm gonna analyze this game after it's over. Excuse me. And then I got somebody in the chat, Top G, that want to play, so I'll play him next. Hopefully he's not 2300 looking to beat the brakes off me or nothing like that. But hey, okay, queen retreats. So we get the bishop. We get the bishop. Take the knight, rook comes. Just trying to see what this knight gonna do. All right, we get the bishop. We'll take that piece. Whoa, this guy. He's pushing this pawn. E5. I just take on E5. What is he thinking? And then my bishop can come there. What is he trying to do? We take on E5. That's free. That is free. What are you trying to open up? He's trying to swing over to the king side and start something? I didn't understand that. Okay, he wants this pawn. I don't have to give it to him. F5 now? Do I get my F5? F5 or F6? Take, take, take. You can take that. I'll take this. All right, we're just gonna go F6. We're gonna play it safe. We're gonna play it safe with F6. We don't want to overextend and get in trouble. And if he got any F4 ideas, we'll let him take. We take back, and then our bishop will become active. All right, we just have a clinging piece here. He gave the E pawn back, trying to get some activity on the king side, but the queen by herself cannot checkmate. I repeat, the queen by herself cannot checkmate. That's not going to happen. You need at least 3 pieces for a successful attack against players on our level. That's a rule of thumb. It can happen with less if somebody's sleeping on the board. Somebody got narcolepsy and fall asleep. It can happen, but it's not likely. So I weaken my light squares with that move, but I have a light squared bishop. On d7, whoa! And I do mean whoa! He sacrifices the knight? Why? What? Oh, because the rook's going to drop down here and hit both bishops at the same time. But I got a trick for him. I have a trick for him. I see what you up to. Let's go. He's gonna drop a rook right here thinking he can get a bishop. That's what he's thinking. Nah, buddy, I'm hitting that queen. This bishop attacks the queen. Now, if you take that bishop, I get the queen. Queen move, save that bishop. See what I mean? We save the bishop. Now he down 2 pieces. Not one, but 2. All right, so now we just need to get control of this B file. We need to get control of this B file. And it's game over because he's down 2 pieces. We need to get control of this B file and it's game over. How? Okay, how do we get the B file? I want to trade rooks. I want to trade rooks. He's going to play it out because he's almost 100 points higher than us. He's 80 points higher than us, so he's not going to resign. When you play somebody that higher than you, they're not likely to resign. They're going to play it out in hopes that they get at least a stalemate or a win on time. That's what usually happens in my experience. What does he have here? You got the B file, but you're not doubling up rooks on the 7th rank. That's not going to happen. All right, moving the queen out. Here. I'll move the rook up. Good. Request a trade. Oh, shoot! He's starting a checkmate on g7. I almost missed that. He's threatening checkmate on g7. So you can't go with the rook. Well, I can. Rook, you take, I take. You can come here. I go there. Alright, so I block the threat of checkmate on g7. I was torn between bishop to f7 or rook to f7. I just felt like the bishop was better. Because if we go rook, he takes, I take, then the queen come in, he's threatening to mate again. So this way it just blocks that all together. I'm not sure what that even does. I mean, bishop here, and we're trying to try and go rook b8 to get these rooks off the board. All right, time's the issue. He's 3 minutes, I'm 4 minutes. Gotta make sure I move fast and don't fall behind. All right, he's going after our bishop. I hit the rook, forcing the rook to move. Whoa, that wasn't nice, buddy. That wasn't nice. But I don't mind that pawn. I really don't. I don't mind losing that pawn. Long gas. Hold on. H5. Queen has to fade back to keep from losing the rook. E here. Yeah, I think we on to something. H5. Queen has to go back. Then we got E4. Hitting the queen again. Queen has no safe square as the rook fall. And if queen here, then it's bishop D8 skewering. All right, let's go. Let's go. All right, this one's gonna come down to the wire. We do have 10-second increment though. So where do the queen go? If the queen goes to g5, bishop d8 skewering the queen and the rook. If the queen goes to g3, e4 hitting the queen, forcing the queen to come to g5, and then the skewer is on once again. So what does the queen do? How do you keep from losing that rook? How? I think the rook falls. He already dropped two pieces. We played a 1971 guy, and he fumbled two pieces after we initially fumbled a pawn. He got a pawn from us, but we played good because he put his hands all over us on the queen side, took our pawn, and tried to pressure us. And we was able to hold it together. And oh, he resigns. The guy resigns. Wow, I can't believe it. So we're gonna do a game review. All right. I got a friend request. I'll play him next. I accepted your friend request. I'll play you next. I'm gonna analyze this game, take a quick bathroom break, and then we can play. So I played at 2450. He played at 2200. I got one great move, 93.5% accuracy. Okay, that's some accuracy. That's some accuracy there. All right, we're gonna start the review. All right, E4, C5, Sicilian, knight F3, D6, uh, C4, setting up a Maroxy bind, and I go to E5, and my whole idea is I'm stopping D4. So I'm letting them know, yeah, you can set up a Maroxy bind, but I'm going on my own bind on you also. So knight C3, knight F6, computer wanted bishop E7. Now he goes D3, knight C6, bishop E2, bishop E7. We just developing. Now A3, castle, bishop D2, H6, castles, bishop E7. I mean bishop E6. Engine didn't like that. It wanted bishop D7. Not sure what that's about. Rook B1. A5 was the best move. I played that. I wasn't sure it was the best move, but A5 was the best move. There we go. The knight comes in. Oh, so knight D7 was better? Hold on, I gotta see what's to that. Knight D7. And then F5 was my idea. Y'all heard me. F5 was my idea, but I never got it in. Okay, B4. Oh, so it wanted me to take. I gotta see what that was. Take, 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 take. Rook takes. And I didn't like this position. I didn't like this position because I got an isolated B pawn that is extremely weak. So he's gonna come queen, B3, rook B1, and you got three pieces power driving on this pawn. That's crazy. No, I don't like that position. No. I say no. That's why I went B6. So we can have symmetry. Take, take. Queen here turned out to be a bad move because I pinned it. It wanted me to go with the knight right away. I pinned it. I got a pin on that queen coming. He wants to double up the rooks. The engine likes the idea. Then I go knight d4. It was f5. And I just wanted to show my pin. It's saying I took with the wrong pawn. He's doubling up the rooks. And now I'm bringing the knight over to pressure. And he took our pawn, and that is a blunder. He thought he had a free pawn. That pawn ain't free. It was poison. I didn't even know he could take it. I snoozed that. But that pawn turned out to be poison. I go queen c8. Great move. That's my great move, queen c8. And here, he's trying to find some way to get out of the position. I take. He takes. Ooh, take the knight. Hold on. Hold on. Take the knight. He take back. You take the queen. And I'm up a piece. Shoot. I'm up a piece. Okay. I missed that. I just completely missed that. Knight here. Oh, knight d5 is coming with a check. Ooh. We both missed that. Queen a6. Queen runs. Give me the free piece. And here, I just didn't understand that at all. Take. Queen come over there. They want me to bring the rook over. Take. That's just wrong. And he was thinking he's going to drop down here with this rook and get a bishop. But there's no free bishop because I'm hitting that queen. Oh, I could have came down queen there anyway and protected. He goes there. I take the free pawn. He fades back. Oh, I wanted the rook. The rook up. And if he takes, you take back this way. And I guess we ain't worried about the rook dropping because then we got the queen. Okay, that's what I didn't see. This rook can't drop because we got queen e1 and his back rank mate. I didn't see that. Okay. So he went h4. And here I fade my bishop back. I'm just trying to get all my pieces in the game. And my idea is to put a rook onto the b file and trade off these rooks. And then I'm up two bishops. I could go queen and two bishops against queen by herself. He go there to try and move me. I move, hitting the rook. And here he sacrifices the rook. That was a horrible move because I found this. H5. And if the queen drops back here, I'm coming here. And if the queen runs, the rook, I just take the rook with this pawn. So the queen has to come here, and then it's just here. Oh, so hold on. If the queen come there, oh, you just take her. You take this, I take this, you take that, and I'm just up a rook and two bishops. Okay, okay, I got it. I got it. All right, let me take a quick bathroom break, then top G, we can play. I'll be right back in 3 minutes. Alright, we are back. Okay. Let's see. Search for friends. Alright, what was your cross? Alright, standard, 1510, rapid, random. Alright, I'm sending a challenge. Alright, Kraus, if you're there, I sent the challenge, 1510. Alright, let's go. Alright, I got the white pieces. Hey, we back at 1900, baby! That's what I'm talking about. Alright, E4, and Kraus is 1856. Okay, so we right around each other's rating range. I'm not going to be as vocal with my tactics because I'm playing with somebody that's watching the stream. So I go more into details after the game and an analysis. Are you aborted? Why you abort the game? I don't know why you abort. All right, let's do a rematch. I already sent the rematch. Accept it. I sent the challenge. You just need to accept it. All right, here we go. You got the white pieces now. You should be cooking. I really don't care what color pieces I play with. E4, C5. We're going into Sicilian defense. Knight F3, D6, D4, take, take. With the queen, all right, we're going to hit the queen. Hmm. Okay. All right, we're going to protect that knight. Take, take. Okay, knight comes up. Knight F6. Okay, okay, okay. This guy's aggressive. Bishop G5. He's hitting the knight twice. He's trying to double up somebody's pawns. That's what we on. All right, we're gonna break the contact between the queen and the knight. Develop our bishop. Whoa! He cross castled. That's what we doing? I said, is that what we doing? Let's go then. I'm a castle, and it's fireworks. Take, take. Okay, he got a pawn. The guy got a pawn. He got a pawn. All right, take, take, here. No, no, that don't work. Let's just move. Is he trying? Check. We're not worried about that. He take that. We definitely worried about that. You go here. You take you. You take back. But this guy trying to play some chess. Hold on. All right. Take, take. All right, we gotta come back. We have to come back. We down 2 pawns. We're completely losing this position. We got outplayed in the opening. That's okay. Excuse me. Good game, Kraus. All right, let's do a game review, see where I went wrong. He played at 97.2 accuracy. 97.2 accuracy. E4, C5, knight F3, D6, D4, captures, captures, knight C6, this is all standard. Bishop B5, bishop D7, takes, takes, knight C3, knight F6, bishop G5, and the engine does not like E5. It wanted E6. Just E6. But I was thinking of E6, takes, 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 takes. And I didn't like this structure. That's what the engine wants me to do. So queen D3, bishop E7, castles, castles, take, take. He drops the pawn. So he wanted me to take the queen. Take the queen. And then what? Bishop E7. I thought of that. Rook D3. And then just F6. That's what it wanted. Okay. So here the knight comes in. That was a great move. And the engine doesn't like queen D8. It wants me to take the knight. If I take the knight, he takes the queen. I take the queen. He takes that. Oh, I get that. Okay. That looks horrible. That looks horrible. Oh my goodness, that looks horrible. Why would I do that? So I went queen D8. He takes. Oh, I want me to take with the bishop. No, but then this pawn falls. So this position is just completely losing. It's completely losing. I actually considered rook D6, but I just wasn't sure. Yeah, that was a great move there, taking that pawn. Take the knight. Take that. They wanted me to take the knight again. Yeah, because that knight is super strong right there. Super strong. And this is just completely losing. And them two pass pawns, there's just nothing going there. Once you get the two pass pawns, it's over. So he wanted me to move the king up. Yeah, I realized later that moving the bishop there was a mistake because I gave the bishop was protecting the d8 square, so it needed to stay there. Yeah, and after here is just lost, so I had to resign. All right, that was a good game. Yeah, we played one more. I won't white this time. Send me a challenge. 10 minutes, 5 seconds. Oh, really? You get white again? You get white 2 games in a row? That's what we doing? Okay, I actually had someone play this against me earlier today. Take. Let's go. You should resign. Really? All right. I'm calling it a day. All right. I'll catch y'all next time. Have a good one. See y'all next week. All right. Bye.